Hi, everyone. The weather has been cold recently. What do you want to eat when the weather is cold? Today, I will introduce the 7 stories of the popular food hot pot. Part 1. It says that hot pot originated during the Shang and Zhou periods. Cooking then was not as convenient as it is today with gas stoves. Back then, preparing a meal required the time to light a fire and gather ingredients, making the cooking process quite time-consuming. People of that era cleverly utilized the ding, a cooking vessel and ritual container during the Shang and Zhou dynasties, throwing all the ingredients into it to cook together. Once the cooking was complete, the food was served and distributed for everyone to share. This practice eventually became the origin of the modern hot pot. Part 2. The concept of dipping meat emerged during the Qin and Han dynasties. In Mawangdui Han Tomb documents, known as the Qiance, there are records of terms like dipping chicken and dipping pork. The character dip refers to cooking chicken and pork in boiling water. This practice marks the origin of dipping meat. Part 3. The wushu fu was the earliest precursor to the divided hot pot during the Wei dynasty. Cao Pi, Emperor Wen of Wei, was a well-known hot pot enthusiast. His preferred cooking vessel, the wushu fu, featured partitions that divided the pot into 5 sections, each filled with different broths. This ingenious design allowed various flavors to be cooked simultaneously in one pot. The origin of the wushu fu could trace back to Zhong Yao, a renowned politician and calligrapher appointed as Chancellor of Wei by Cao Cao, the founder of the Wei state. Zhong Yao presented Cao Pi, the crown prince, with a ceramic mold called the wushu fu mold, intended for casting such pots. However, Zhong Yao's gesture carried subtle political implications. Following the chaos of the late Han dynasty, luxury items had become rare. As stability returned, even large cooking vessels like the wushu fu were scarce and required recasting. Cao Pi recognized the political significance behind Zhong Yao's gift. Cao Pi commissioned artisans to cast several wushu fu and gifted one to Zhong Yao. This pot featured a 32-character inscription engraved by Cao Pi's order, praising the Wei state's support of the Han dynasty and highlighting Zhong Yao as a role model. Accompanying this customized wushu fu was a lengthy letter from Cao Pi extolling the pot's merits. He compared it favorably to the legendary 3 cauldrons of the Yellow Emperor and the 9 cauldrons of the Zhou dynasty, noting that those ancient cauldrons could only prepare one dish at a time. However, wushu fu could simultaneously cook 5 flavors. Cao Pi also emphasized the symbolic nature of cauldrons, which were not merely cooking tools but vessels for honoring the divine and celebrating virtuous individuals. He referenced the Zhou dynasty's tradition of crafting bronze cauldrons for eminent officials, inscribing their achievements on the cauldron walls. Following this precedent, Cao Pi had Zhong Yao's virtues and contributions engraved on wushu fu as a legacy for future generations. Part 4. The invention of hot pot dipping sauce could trace back to the Song dynasty. The practice of pairing hot pot with dipping sauce was known as bo xia gong during the Song dynasty. The name originated from Lin Hong, who once visited a hermit living on Zhanjiang Peak in the Wui Mountains. During his visit, it began to snow heavily. A wild rabbit suddenly appeared. Due to the fresh snow, the rabbit fell by slippery rocks. As a result, Lin Hong luckily caught the rabbit. Lin Hong considered roasting the rabbit for a meal and asked the hermit if he knew how to cook rabbit meat. The hermit replied that when he ate rabbit in the mountains, he would slice the meat into thin pieces, place a small brazier with live charcoal on the table, and set a pot of broth over it. As for the dipping sauce, hermit uses wine, soy sauce, pepper, and cinnamon to make a flavorful dipping sauce. Once the broth boiled, he would swish the thin slices of rabbit meat in the hot broth to cook them and then dip them in the sauce before eating. Lin Hong found this cooking method and eating exceptionally delicious. He admired the simplicity and charm of enjoying such a meal in the snowy, wintry mountains, describing it as romantic and delightful. He named this dining style Bo Xia Gong, celebrating its elegance and flavor. Part 5. When it comes to hot pot, no one deserves the title of hot pot emperor more than the Qianlong Emperor of the Qing dynasty. Qianlong Emperor is fond of hot pots. During his travels, enjoying hot pot was essential to his itinerary. Qianlong Emperor even showcased the passion during his abdication. He hosted the grand banquets for 1,000 seniors, a massive royal hot pot feast with 1,550 tables. Banquets for 1,000 seniors was a large-scale event celebrating and honoring seniors. Remarkably, this hot pot feast hosted by the Qianlong Emperor was attended by 5,000 guests, making it a legendary gathering in Chinese culinary and cultural history. Part 6. During the Japanese colonial period, the Japanese government promoted changes in lifestyle habits and encouraged cultural assimilation. The most popular hot pot dish among the Taiwanese intellectual elite was sukiyaki. Sukiyaki is a type of hot pot where ingredients are cooked in a savory and sweet sauce made from soy sauce, sugar, and mirin. The dish typically features thinly sliced premium beef as the main ingredient, accompanied by green onions, lettuce, tofu, and konjac. These ingredients are simmered in a flavorful sauce, and the cooked food is then dipped into a raw egg as a dipping sauce before being enjoyed. Part 7. After the war, many refugees fled to Taiwan along with the Kuomintang government, bringing regional cuisines from various provinces to here. During this period, a man from Shantou named Wu Yuansheng ventured alone to Taiwan. He started a stir-fry stall selling shasha beef dishes near the Matsu Temple in Ximending, Taipei. Later, Wu Yuansheng arranged for his son, Wu Fanxia, to join him in Taiwan and open a restaurant named Yuan Slong Shasha Hot Pot on Amei Street. The business flourished, spreading shasha hot pot restaurants throughout Taipei like mushrooms after the rain. Many individuals from Chaoshan made a fortune through the shasha business. Nowadays, the significance of hot pot in Taiwanese food culture has steadily grown. Beyond being a daily delicacy, hot pot has gradually become a staple dish for Lunar New Year gatherings, symbolizing warmth and unity.